Hello there, Seraphim17 once again, back with another video, which is God of War 3 Chaos Difficulty video walkthrough. And this is continuing on from the last section I've uploaded. And this one is going to be introducing a pretty interesting dynamic, which is, well, I say interesting, it's kind of an homage to another series, and it's probably the best time for me to upload this video. And the reason for that is the homage is to Guitar Hero, and I don't know if any of your guys have been paying attention to the game news sites or any kind of the gaming media, but Guitar Hero is officially being taken off the commercial line as a product that Activision will be publishing. And they haven't confirmed whether or not it's killing it for good, but it's definitely been put into a back room and may emerge once again in a couple of years when the industry's hungry for it. So this video kind of ties in with that, which is kind of cool. A nice serendipitous moment. But what you have to do with... Look, check that shit out. Oh yeah, breakdancing. Squid launcher. But yeah, that's a... I don't know what happened there. It's probably just a clipping issue. But I don't know how you guys feel about this Guitar Hero news. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of people that are super stoked because they've been totally coining it in for the last few years, and they've not necessarily been the best games. I think the only reason they were worth playing is if you were really into Guitar Hero and you kind of forgive the fact that they were just paying 50 quid for 60 new songs, and maybe 2/3 of those songs you didn't even like. You were just playing a select few that you really enjoyed and playing the rest for difficulty or for skill or something. So it's... And this is me fucking up a very simple jump with the Icarus wings because I'm a retard. The camera doesn't help though. That bit's... It's not difficult, it's just silly. And what you have to do here on this puzzle is you have to twist these dials, and it's the equivalent to twisting the machine heads on a real guitar. And what it's effectively doing is tuning the instrument, but also the way to do this is to make this appear like a broadsword. So from tip to like hilt, which is the handle, it will form a sword if you do this correctly, and once that's done, it will solve the puzzle, and you can play it Guitar Hero style, or Guitar Man style, which was one of the first guitar-oriented rhythm games, which is a hell of a lot similar to this, along the same lines of Bust a Move if your gaming knowledge isn't as diverse as most. But keep twisting this shit, and it'll eventually form the sword down there. It takes a while because it does take Kratos a while to twist the dials, which is always fun. But back on the Guitar Hero subject, Harmonix even published a statement basically saying that they were sad to see Guitar Hero go under, and they were, you know, sad for the people losing their jobs and all that kind of stuff, which is pretty big of them because it's been the major competitor for the title of best music rhythm game. And there must also be another part of it, because what you've got to bear in mind is Harmonix effectively created the Guitar Hero franchise, so it's kind of like watching one of their original babies. Even though it's been completely gang raped into, you know, just a milk foundation of just squeezing out title after title, it was still something that they had poured a lot of time and love and creativity into to make. And they made it at a time that the industry had not seen anything like it to that quality, and it blew up. And it was going to be one of the biggest franchises ever because it was selling so high. It's just, they did the one thing you can't do. They fucking Tony Hawked it. They just ran it so raw that there was just nothing left. There was no substance to draw from. And that's why this has happened. It's just a shame old T-Hawk won't fucking listen and stop palming out peripherals and shit games. But anyway, back to this. Now that we've solved that puzzle, it's going to rotate this platform, thanks to the two goddess statues there, and it's going to expose the surroundings of Pandora's Flame, or Flame of Olympus, or whatever it's called. And there you go. This then turns into a platform that's going to go down when you pull this lever, and as soon as you do it, you're going to be fighting some dudes. So this fight coming up is not that bad, but it can fuck you really quick because there's going to be a slag Gorgon with a Wapper's art, and it's going to have the dudes with the armoured shields that you can't yet break. So here they come. You cannot damage their shields, and if you attack them with your normal weapon, it will stun you, and they'll also counter-attack. And you see what I mean? They're just they just block it completely, and you get nowhere, and you've got to be careful because the other guys will get a shot off, and if they're too close, they'll just beat you in the front of the shield. And to do this, you need to do exactly what I just did then. You need to deflect her gaze to destroy the shield guys, and then fight this bitch. But just be careful, because this arena is very small, and as you can see, more of the soldiers are going to spawn. But when you do this move to her, it generally prompts her to do the gaze. And if you do enough damage, when you do the circle grab, it will do the execution move, which effectively stuns everybody with the Gorgon gaze, and then you can shatter them, which you're going to see in a moment. But I probably mentioned that the strategy that was on God of War 1 and 2 doesn't work on this game, because when you grabbed a Gorgon before, I think it only works on the really skinny ones, they always evaded you and did the gaze, and it made using them better than killing them. But on this game, and that fat bitch, she just doesn't have any of it, so kill them as quickly as you can. And if you die a few times on that moment, don't worry, I did myself, because it's just one of those fights where you can get overrun and die before you even know what's going on. And then enter back into the chamber where we came from, which is this one. And there's a lovely staircase that's just escalated from the floor, which enables us to get up to the next tier. And it's a tier you're going to remember because we've been there before. And there is a lovely glinting handle just to reinforce what we're supposed to be doing. And I must say that's pretty damn refreshing, because once again I've been playing a little bit more of Castlevania Lord of Shadow, and as much as I really like that game, it's kinda making me not want to like it with some of the shit it's throwing at me. And I don't understand that. It's like, I really want to like that game, but the more I play, the more the game tries to piss me off. It tries to make me not like it. But yeah, we'll get into that whole discussion when I bring the guide, because I'm only on chapter 3 on that game, and there's like 20 chapters, and it seems like it's going to be pretty long. And the reason why it's long is because they split the levels up all the time, so you're watching a ton of different screens for statistics, for maps, a couple of loading stuff. You've got to listen to fucking Patrick Stewart yabber all the time, which I don't mind whatsoever because the dude's a national treasure, but at the same time, the writing on this game is a fucking disgrace. Pardon me, the writing on that game is a disgrace. The writing on this game is not bad. Nothing to write home about. And then when you get up here, all you have to do is rotate this until that opens up. And I can't even help it, I do apologise, but anybody who's played Castlevania Lord of Shadows, when you grab a fucking whatever this is, one of these twisted knob things, I don't even know what they're called, and it's just broken. Because on this game, you hold the button and Kratos grabs it. On Lord of Shadows, you press the button and it puts him into like holding the what's it called? Not like a lever or something. Holding the lever mode. And then you have to push the analog to make him move. But once you've finished doing that, you've got to press the button to make him let the bloody thing go. And it makes me wonder, did anybody game test these games? Were there any play testers that said, hang on a minute mate, this is fucking dumb. Have you played a game for the last 20 years? It's like even Prince of Persia had a better system than that. I'm not meaning the newer ones, I can't remember what their systems were like, but the PS2 ones did anyway, because they played God of War, because it was a competitor for them. But it's really frustrating, especially when there's doors where you have to get off the lever and run through the door before it comes down, because you're trying to run through the door and you're still holding the bloody lever. But enough of my verbal diarrhea. We're back to a couple of wraiths in this tunnel, and as before, as long as you're in the animation of throwing these guys, you cannot be injured until it's the back end like then. Did you see how he caught me with the blades because I was on the back end of the throw? That's when I'm vulnerable again. So be very wary of that, because these guys do a ton of damage and they can hit you a lot of times. And the general strategy for them is to focus on one, spam the throw, just keep grinding him down, and as soon as he's dead, his mate's going to follow, because these guys are only difficult when they get the advantage on you, when they're not on camera and they burst out of the ground, or when the cycles hit you before you even had a chance to react because you're fighting with someone else and it came off of the screen. But once you've killed them, carry on down this helical staircase. For anybody wondering why I didn't say spiral staircase, the spiral gets bigger as it goes onwards. Helical is like the the helix of DNA. And I'm not trying to be a smart ass, I just watched an episode of QI with Stephen Fry the other day, and you always learn something with old Stephen Fry because the dude's a genius. But use the save points, carry on, and then cruise out here. And if you need any life, if you need any magic, make sure you do that because Hercules is coming up. And thank you guys for watching my videos, keep sticking with my channel and help me grow, it means a lot, and you take care now.